Do you ever find yourself looking back at a week, a month, or even a year in the same place with the same goals, wondering where all the time went? Because that is the story of my life. But I'm changing that. Here's my thought process. I'm going to do an all-in challenge where I completely change my fitness regimen, diet, business goals, social life, entire existence. Have you tried this before? Yeah. Did it work? No. Why didn't it work? That is a great question. I really don't know. And you're going to try the exact same thing you did the last time? Yeah. So we're starting small. I'm going to teach my dog to paddleboard. And I know that's really random, but hear me out. I got here to Bend, Oregon almost a month ago, and I said when I got here that I was going to teach my dog how to paddleboard, and I don't have much time left, and I have yet to do that. Also, I feel like if you're able to balance yourself and a dog on a floating, moving platform, you probably have your life together, so there's that too. The first thing we have to do, shopping. Stop number 1.
So these are flip coats, and then the neck just slides out like that. And then we have these 2 side straps. They have this little Velcro piece here, so we can tuck the straps away. I don't want to have too much lift on this. There you go, all set.
We got a life jacket. We've made it to stop number 2, and I can't imagine why this would be Zora's favorite place in Bend. But it is, so we're gonna go get her some more stuff. Hey, how are you? I got the treats. She's gonna be so excited. Now we gotta go to our next stop and our final stop, which is Stop Freeze. This stop is a little different because life is expensive, especially now that I'm renting. And I am grateful to have partners who help make these videos possible. Hold on, I gotta clip this on here right now because I have a prop. A big thank you to Blue Eddy for sponsoring this portion of the video. I know what you're thinking. Grace, you just moved off the road. Why are you working with a portable power station partner? Allow me to explain. Reason number 1, even though I'm in a house, I still run my fridge and my freezer at all times, both for extra storage and so I'm always ready for adventures because I want to be outside as much as possible. And you know what that takes? It takes one of these, power station. Reason number 2, it is currently fire season here in Oregon, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but it can get a little sketchy at times. So having the power station is nice. It gives me a little extra peace of mind that I'm always ready in case there's an evacuation. I'm closer now because this is where it gets exciting. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know about the struggle that I've had with my power setup. My previous setup was 70 pounds, and it took between 6 and 13 hours to charge. Not anymore. This is the Blue Eddy AC70, which is only 22 pounds and charges from 0 to 80% in 45 minutes. That is crazy. My brain cannot comprehend that after spending so much time in the past charging my power station. I can carry this and charge it anywhere that I want to. It's so small. And also, I have to back up. Now I don't have to carry my dumbbell with me anymore. Your next question, well Grace, if it's that light, there's no way that you have enough capacity. Well, in my opinion, the 768 watt hours that the AC70 has is perfect for the everyday adventurer and also for light emergency prep. But if I did want to beef it up, all I have to do is add an expansion battery. It's that simple. But can it run everything? Fridge, yep. The most important device in the world, the pancake griddle, of course it can. Camera equipment, check. Laptop, done. What about all those things at one time? Here's your proof. The AC70 has loading capacity up to 1,000 watts, and if that's not quite enough for you, you can turn it on turbo mode, and it will give you lifting power up to 2,000 watts. I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to impress you by holding it with one arm, but my arms are tired now. So I do have one last thing to tell you. The Blue Eddy AC70 is a lithium iron phosphate battery. You know what that means? I'm gonna tell you. It means that it has a long lifespan. Past technology typically is lithium ion, but the new technology, lithium iron phosphate, can be charged up to 80% over 3,000 times. If you do the math, That equates to 1 charge every single day for over 8 years. I think that's long enough. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. Other arm, dominant arm. There we go. It's a neat little power station, and you can get your own by clicking the link in the description. Now, where were we? I wish you guys knew how much I embarrassed myself carrying this out of the store, but I got the paddleboard and that was our final stop. So we're ready to go. I'm running out of space in this car. Oh no, these aren't gonna fit up here. You would think that after moving out of this car, I would have more space, but I do not. I'm really excited to get out of Bend for the first time in a month, but first I had to make it past this road. Alas, school bus saved the day. And we are on our way. Baby, who hurt you? Nothing can stop us now. Introducing the One-Way Campground Loop, a destination that is sure to provide intense feelings of anxiety as you miss the turnaround and are resigned to driving past endless amounts of campers that know you are not one of them. We're here! We made it! I got right to work. That is not a moose-sized stick. Okay, so it was a moose-sized stick. It is time! While I unpack this paddleboard, it seems like a really good time to tell you about my qualifications for teaching my dog how to do this. Got a paddle, repair kit, a leash. We're gonna need this, hand pump, a fin. And that's it. Yep, those are my qualifications right there. Truly, I just have everything that I think I need. We're just winging it, guys. I don't honestly know how this thing works. I'm guessing you just pump air into it. I always get really nervous opening things for the first time, especially if they have to go back into, say, a bag and be a certain size. All right, so there's some something on that. How does this machine work? With cap, high capacity, without cap, high pressure. In, out. We're going for in. I can figure that much out. Yeah, is there? It's blowing in. Wrong side. We're going for in. I can figure that much out. Out. I guess that would make sense. Take 2. Oh yeah, money. Here we go. The inaugural inflate. I am not going to subject you to watching me inflate this today because, spoiler alert, something funny happens later in the video regarding inflating the paddleboard.
11 minutes later.
Paddleboard is inflated, but I feel like it wouldn't be right to get started without setting a goal. The ultimate goal is to be able to float the Deschutes River with Zora in downtown Bend because we've been watching people do that for weeks now from the shore and it looks like so much fun. However, I think that's asking a bit much right now. Here's my 2 goals for today. The first is I want to be able to get her in the water beyond where her feet touch. She's very much a frolic in the water type dog, not a swimming type dog. You want to go play? Come on. Careful. Zora already loves being in the shallow area, so I started by throwing her toy here. We'll do a couple fun retrieves where it's close and she can easily get it. Good job. Yeah, that's what she loves. Good job. Also, the right side was definitely more shallow than the left side, so that's why I was throwing the toy that way. Plus, with the way the water was moving, it just made more sense. And then I just started slowly challenging her to go a bit further into the water for the toy. Not too far, just enough. Good, come on, you can do it. Come on, good. She was not so sure about this, and she's definitely still not entirely a swimming dog. Towards the shallow end. Good, Zora. Good. She's getting there. She's definitely becoming more confident. Yeah, it's a good move. Yeah, it's a very good move. The little tail's just going.
But I do feel confident that she will at least paddle herself to a solid surface, whether that be myself, the board, or land, if she were to go for a dip off the board. So I think we can call this a partial achievement.
Did you have fun? Where's your toy? Lose. Can't lose that. And the second goal is to get her comfortable with balancing on the paddleboard without feeling the need to just aboard ship. I've got some yummy treats for you, little one. Hi, baby dog. You want to go learn something new now that you're all muddy? So she knows I have these delicious Treatos, and I could just yeet her onto this board over the water and hope for the best, but
I want her to form a positive association with the paddleboard. I started by free shaping her to put herself on the board, which is basically letting Zora discover on her own that when she is on the board, she gets rewarded. She picked it up really fast.
good. Oh, look at that. Good.
I promise I know more than the word good, but that is her marker cue that basically tells her that that is what I want,
Good.
and she's gonna get rewarded for it.
She's kind of figured it out. Good.
As she began to associate the paddleboard with treats, I eventually added in a command that she already knows, which is place.
Good.
And we were home free. At this point, she wanted to be on the board because it meant rewards, so we moved to the water. By the time we were ready to get on the water, it was late in the day and fairly choppy. That was an oversight on my part. I opted to just briefly introduce Zora to the board and find a calmer spot for tomorrow. Luckily, the groundwork we did on land paid dividends in the water.
I swear she's never done this.
It was uneventful and a positive experience for Zora. Hopefully this carries over tomorrow when we are both on the board for
The morning of day 2, learning to paddleboard, and we're gonna see if both Zora and I can ride the paddleboard at the same time without one or both of us getting ejected. I feel like an old pro at this. I won't be needing this anymore. Almost to 10. That's over 10, just barely. Technically could stop here, almost. This is good. That was a silly mistake. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Back to it. Not going to lie, I'm a little nervous to release this right now. Oh, thank gosh. My arms are tired too, guys. You ready to go paddleboarding? Ready to go? That's what I thought.
Your girl is nervous. Not only did I have the pressure of giving Zora the best experience possible,
Oh my goodness. We're gonna stay where it's shallow.
I also had an audience of fly fishermen watching this whole process, so that added to the pressure significantly. Obviously, the end goal is to stand on the board, but this is going to have to happen in stages. Stage 1.
Place. Place. Good job.
Back to our place drill. Our happy place. This was too easy. Zora had no worries. I also wiggled the board a little bit. Look at that. Not a care in the world. Stage 2.
Can I sit on here with you?
This is a new one for her. I didn't get on the board at all yesterday, and in hindsight, I probably should have trained this on land too, but you know what? She didn't care about this either. Too easy. I no longer get to dangle my legs in the water. This is scary territory. But once again, I've got a champ of a dog. Look at her. I genuinely could not believe that she was just laying there. Nor could the fisherman.
Really happy with how she's done.
So yeah, I was proud of her. She didn't embarrass me. We love that for me and for her. Okay, stage 4. Good job.
We're standing, we're paddleboarding.
This is in fact the Deschutes River in Bend, and we are floating on it, calmly, without falling in. So I'd say Zora is officially a paddleboarding doggo. Prior to this video, I had definitely convinced myself that it would be harder to teach her than it was in reality, and I tend to do that a lot in my life. Conquering this goal of paddleboarding with Zora was a good reminder to stop finding reasons to push off goals to another day, but rather give it a go and see what happens. Because no matter the outcome, at least I acted on something. That's the only way to learn. Start small and keep living, because time will be up before we know it.